On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. A moment he will remember forever. His first game as a head coach in the National Football League. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level. Capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw is Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back on the 35-yard line. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Up the middle with Barkley. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. The big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 29 yards. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They begin the drive, and he
gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott to throw it. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Barkley, inside handoff. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 55 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
First down,
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. But one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much, and you forget the other options that are out there.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Prescott now from the 50. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of block.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Oh, he shifts past him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as they get this up to the 39. Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten the yard down to the 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for them.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And they will finally run him down, and not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have come back to make it a 2-point game. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Malik Booker on the coverage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This will be caught by Brown. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. That would give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down. Sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a give to Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Wilson on the coverage.
Now Saquon Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Blitz coming, down he goes. Campbell. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Prescott down. It's caught. Tolbert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Cowboys.
Prescott off play action. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6. At the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And the Cowboy first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. From the 21, here's second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8. At the Eagles' 21-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. So on fourth down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Now he's able to bring to one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
At the 38-yard line.
Barkley. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with third and 1.
Brings up third and 1.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They pick it up on third and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd go to the back, maybe try and go lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. This is Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Brings up second and 9. At the Cowboys' 13.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up third and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. They A.J. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Eagles take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
But let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. To the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown and a field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick, obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Prescott will find Williams on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. It's a gain of a yard, and that leads to a Dallas 1st down. To throw is Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33.
1st down, Cowboys.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Prescott to throw it. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting. He's able to convert for 3.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. We're going to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free than what they're trying to get done on offense.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Dodges him at the 50. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 135 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Second down and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. That's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 36, Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A handoff to Barkley. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On the run, it's Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 9.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, but he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Philadelphia, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Football is back. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is the new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1 of the 2025 regular season. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Cowboys. And this is Devontae Smith. It's a 73-yard catch and run to the house. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. Next up, a couple of teams that have had some tremendous battles in recent years. Ravens-Bills in Orchard Park. It's the man who had over 1,900 yards last season, Derrick Henry. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Ravens come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And it's the man who missed last year but is back now, J.J. McCarthy. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Vikings come away with the victory. It's win 1 in game 1 for J.J. McCarthy. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando, good night from all of us at EA Sports.